Guys, Kelly here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to yet another group build reveal. If you haven't guessed it by now, this is for the Porsche group build that was hosted by the Scale Model Car Podcast, BG over at BG's Scale Model Workshop, Jason at Blue Ox Model Shop, Chuck from Chuck's Hobby Spot, and Lucas C from the Lucas C channel. I might try to get the other one done. I don't know. I started, and when I heard about this last year, I watched BG do the Revell Porsche 911, which is what I really wanted to do, but I wanted to make sure I was going to get something done, you know, because it's Kelly C, not Lucas C. Get it? Heh. Sorry, Lucas. Anyway, I started with this. I think it's a 1974 version. Let's see if I can't find the year. 1976 version of the Porsche Carrera 911. This is a curbside kit. Comes molded in yellow. And it had the tiny looking little Fuke wheels on there. I did not like them. And I just decided to go another direction. Now, my nephew had a parts Porsche, and he loaned it to me, so I was able to replace the seats because the seats were molded in, and they looked very long in the seat area. So I was able to replace those, replace the emergency brake, ground out the molded in emergency brake, and ground out the molded in shifter boot, and replaced those with the Porsche slant nose. Let's see if I can grab that box without moving everything around too much. I stole parts out of this kit. So the mirrors you see on the box are going to be on my Porsche. That badge right there on the front is going to be on my Porsche. I tell you what, instead of me telling you what's on the Porsche, why don't we just show you my Porsche? Does that make sense? Sounds like a good idea to me. All right, well, here we go. So, this is okay. I don't even know where to begin. Okay, let's start with the color. I was stuck in traffic. I've mentioned this several times. My commute to and from work is about 58 miles. And one day coming home, sitting in westbound traffic on I-40, just outside of Hickory, North Carolina, a Toyota Tundra pickup pulls up next to me, and it's that, my wife likes to call it primer with clear coat. But I noticed that the primer with clear coat actually had some sparkle to it. So I thought, well, that's the color I want on my Porsche. So basically, this is primer with a clear coat. It is Rust-Oleum 2X Ultra Dirty flat gray primer. And it is covered with Duplicolor Color Effects, which is a shimmer. It's a multicolor metallic effect. So, now, I don't know if you can tell it in these pictures or on the camera here, but in the sun, and I will get some outdoor pictures of this thing when the sun comes back out. It is gorgeous. So, during Jay's resin wheels. I actually took the time to detail the disc brakes, but you can't see them, but there are yellow calipers back there. Came up with the yellow idea because I kept test fitting everything, and I kept plopping the yellow interior down in it. And thought, well, that looks pretty good. So I talked it over with my color consultant, And she said, that's a little too much yellow, maybe tone it down a little bit. So I said, well, what about some grays and with the yellow? And she thought that would work pretty good. So what we did, I went online, and I hope I got pictures of this. I went online and downloaded a gray and yellow plaid pattern. Did the seat inserts, the platform bottom back here, the package shelf, and the door panels. I added some resin speaker grills. Like I said, I added a white shifter ball because what else would I do? The slant nose that gave up this decal also gave up the decal for the center of the horn. Added my turn signal like I always do. Flocked the interior. And there you have it. Next, when I was setting up the chassis, it was sitting a little too high, so I dropped it down. Basically, the inner fender arches are gone, so I could get the tires a little further up in there. All the black was masked out and hand painted, a section at a time, because I just knew I was going to screw it up. Aluminum exhaust tip, and that's basically it. That's the whole process. Like I said, nothing overboard. I just wanted the visual effect because I love the 911s. You know, some people don't. My wife, she doesn't understand my fascination with them, but living in the mountains of North Carolina, we see quite a few clubs tooling through to get to some of the curvy roads. So I'll see 10 or 15 of them at a time, and I just get excited. But I don't know that I'd ever want to own one, because I've driven a 944 and I've got big feet. And, you know, I wear a size 15, and the pedals are really, really close. And it's been probably 10 years since I've driven a straight drive, so I don't even know if I could do that anymore. All right, anyway, back to the car. Like I said, a little light weathering underneath, aluminum exhaust tip, like just detail painted, nothing outrageous. I did my North Carolina tag, just says 911. Now the Porsche decal in the tag, or the taillight, is the 50-year-old decal that came with the kit, but I had to secure it with Future. I tried to center it better, but that just made it tear, and it would not budge past this point, so I just cleared it and put it back where it was at. Tamiya clear orange and clear red, and then I took a piece of cigarette foil that's kind of textured. You can see the texture in here, and did that as a reflector in the back. And like just bare metal foil with Tamiya clear for the turn signals, and I put Molotov chrome pin in the headlight buckets before I put the lenses in there. Guys, that is it. Porsche number 1 is done. I think with 2 weeks to spare, I think it's the 29th that the group build is over with. I've got the bad German to try to finish up. If it gets finished up, I'm just tickled to death I've got this one done. And I'm hoping I've got pictures of the interior so I can post them up on here if I haven't already. So I might just be talking out of school here. All right, guys, thanks for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Leave some comments. Love reading your comments. I'm trying to answer everybody's, even if I just give you this. It's kind of hard to see from there. My setup's not good for thumbs up, so we'll just assume I'm giving you a thumbs up. I will say thank you, always. All right, you guys have a great night. God bless you.